Hello guys, welcome to this video. So in this video I will show you yet another Vue.js 3 package for image cropping. It's again a modal pop-up kind of a package where you can perform your image cropping in a modal window. So we have this choose file button. Whenever I click this button, I will be able to select my image, and now this image will open in this image cropper where I can perform the cropping capabilities. I can crop any portion of the image, and there are two buttons there, crop image. So if I click this button, your image is cropped, and then you can save this image file inside your computer. So let me show you the package here. This is essentially called as, the package is vue-picture-cropper. So if you go to npmjs.com, just search for this package, vue-picture-cropper. So this is actually a simple and easy component to crop your images. So specifically for Vue.js 3, the latest version, the command is simple. You install this and it almost have 4,000 weekly downloads. So they do have a official website. This is their official website, and they do have a nice little documentation. So now to get started using this module, we come to your app.vue file. So we need to edit this file. So first of all, we will write the template where we'll be writing the HTML code, then our TypeScript code in this script tag. So here we first of all import the module. So all the source code that I will use in this video is given in the description of this video. So you can go to the description and get the full source code. So first of all, write in the script here, I will change the language because we are writing TypeScript code. So we'll say it, language is TypeScript, and then we import the base Vue.js package, and then we import this package vue-picture-cropper, and also the cropper method as well, coming from vue-picture-cropper. And then we export this component by using define component. So whatever components that we are using, so we are using vue-picture-cropper and whatever data that you want to use. So I will be using this data. So one state variable is show modal false. So there is a boolean parameter is show modal. By default it is false, but we will be changing it whenever I click the buttons. And then whatever is the input image, it will be empty by default. And then we will have a result object which will be containing the base 64 code of that image, the output image. So we have these three variables for this application. So now we come to the method section. So here we all define all the methods, but before that we will just have inside your template, here we allow the user to simply have a button where they can select a image using this input tag. So you'll say we'll attach this reference which will upload input type will be file, and we'll only be accepting image files. So you can say that image/star. So you only be accepting image files. And then here we can bind an onChange event handler. So whenever you select any file, this custom function will execute, which is select file. So now we need to go to the method section. So right here, you can define this function, which will be select file function. So e parameter will automatically get passed, and here we can simply attach this dot pic to this, and this dot result data URL to also net. So we are just resetting the values, and then we get the actual input file by e.target, and then we extract the, and here we have this condition that if the file is not selected or the file is invalid, in either of these cases we will return, we will not execute the rest of the code. This is just a condition right here if the file is not selected by the user. But if now the file is there, then we need to read the file by file 0. So once we get the file, we can read the file by the file reader API. We instantiate a new constructor, and then we call this function read as data URL. So we'll be using this function, which is a built-in function, to read the base64 code of that image, and this will trigger this function onload callback function. So when the image is successfully loaded on the canvas, we will write this image on the canvas and get this base64 code. So here we'll be changing the content to string by this function reader.result. This will contain the base64 code, and then we'll be changing this value, this show modal, to from false to true. And then we'll simply be resetting the value of the upload field as well. So if you have attached this reference variable, I already attached this reference. If you see, this is upload input. So we're just resetting this input value after we get the actual input file. So if you try to refresh your application at this time, you will see this button appearing, choose file button. So when you click this, and as soon as you click it, we now need to show this cropper component. So for showing this, after this button in the HTML, we come to the HTML right here and have a diff condition, and we'll attach this vif directive that if this value is true, then only show this. So it's attach a class here of modal. So here we'll be defining the content of this modal window, and here we'll be embedding this component, which is vue-picture-cropper, and it actually takes some options. First of all, here you can define the content of the modal window. You can customize the look and feel by using this object, which is box style. It's an attribute. Here this is actually, we are providing width and height, background color, and margin auto. You can customize everything, and then we provide the actual image that needs to be displayed, which is stored inside this variable, which is pic. And then again we can provide an options like this. So we can provide the view mode, which will be 1, drag mode. You can even drag and drop images as well, drag mode to crop. And here then we can provide an aspect ratio, in which format you want to crop your images. So I will be cropping the images in 16:9. So these 3 options are tick. So apart from that, it also takes a onReady function. So when the cropper is ready, we will define this ready function. So now we just need to define this ready function. So right in the method section, you can define it whenever this method is ending. So you can just console log a statement that cropper is ready. So if you now try to refresh your application, what you will see, if you select any image, this will open it in the cropper window, and now you can crop any portion of the window. And now to show the live preview, as soon as you crop any portion, now to see the output. So what we need to do, first of all, we need to add these custom CSS inside the style section. I've given all the source code, so just paste it. So now it will look something better. So it will resize itself, so in the center of the screen. So now at the bottom side, we need to see the output as well. So for seeing the output, So right here we come to the HTML in the template section. So after this we will have two buttons. So the first button will say crop image, the second button will say cancel. So the second button will be for cancel operation. So for both these buttons will be binding an on-click listener. So when we click this crop button, we will need to execute get result. And then if we click this cancel button, we need to make this boolean parameter is show modal to false. That's all. Now we need to define this function now. So this function will be asynchronous. So we just write async, the name of the function get result, and inside this we first of all need to get the base64 image code of the image. So I say cropper dot get data URL. So after getting that base64 code, now we can simply say this dot data, this result data URL is equal to base64. That's all. And then we also need to close the modal window, and then we'll simply this show modal to false. So now this will close the modal window as well. So now for showing that output image, just after this div right here, we create another div and we will put another if condition if. So if the result dot data URL is only available, then only execute this block of code. So we put this restriction using this if directive in Vue.js. So now we actually show the image live preview as well. We show the image source will be equal to result dot data URL. That's all. So this completes the application. If you try to refresh it, choose your image file, and as soon as you click the button, your image will be successfully cropped and you will see this live preview. So you can save this as any location. So in this way, guys, you can use this package vue-picture-cropper to make this advanced image cropper. Also check out my website as well, freemediatools.com, which contains thousands of tools regarding audio, video and image. Please hit that like button, subscribe the channel, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video.